couple of weeks ago, I did a video about the Samsung Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus, where I talked about why there's such a good deal to buy right now. In that video, I also told you that if you wanted to get the Samsung Galaxy S20 or S20 Plus or something like that, that you should buy the S10 because you can get a great trade-in deal. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the description and on the end and everything. Make sure you watch that because it's a heck of a deal. But I decided to take my own advice. So for the first time in a long time, I went out and bought an Android phone that I'm going to use. It's going to be my main phone. And this is the first time I've actually ever owned the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. And I got it from Amazon Renewed, just like I told you you should do. So I took my own advice. We're going to see if I made the right decision, and I'll tell you all about it right after this.
This is, you know you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis, and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. So I went and did it. I went and bought a Galaxy S10 Plus from Amazon, just like I told you to do. So I'm taking my own advice. I'm not just doing it just to do it. And I'm not just telling you to do something just to do it. I think it's a good deal. Now, someone in the comments recently asked me why I'm doing all these Amazon Renewed videos and if I'm like sponsored by them. Well, no, Amazon is not sponsoring me to do any of these. I am just finding really good deals that I want to share with you guys. And if you want to take advantage of it, cool. If you don't, it's a YouTube video. You're probably stuck inside anyway, so this is probably something you can watch and just enjoy yourself too, you know? It's free content for you. But I really believe the Samsung Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus are excellent phones, especially right now for the price you'll pay, which is just over $400 for the S10, and for me, just under $500 for the S10 Plus. Now, here's the thing. As I've mentioned before, there are some cool things about the Amazon Renewed program and some things you should understand. So let me real quick go through those again for the people who have not watched my other videos on this subject. Amazon Renewed is a program by which sellers on Amazon.com can register and qualify for selling of refurbished products. Now, this is not a manufactured refurbished product. As a matter of fact, I don't think these sellers are actually refurbishing these at all. They're just making sure that they hit, you know, the marks that Amazon says they have to, which is basically they have to function properly, they have to look brand new, and they have to come with accessories that essentially these devices would come with. They don't have to be OEM, they just have to be something that's comparable. Now, in the case of iPhones, I've talked about a couple times before, there is one extra safeguard. They have to have at least an 80% battery charge on them to be able to be sold on the site. That doesn't exactly exist for Android phones. I suspect the reason behind this is the fact that iOS actually supports telling you whether or not the battery is in good condition or not in the operating system. Like, it'll tell you. I don't know why Android doesn't have this right now. They really need to have this. Now, of course, you can probably download an app to do that, and that's fine and good. But because it's not built into the operating system, I mean, Amazon's just saying, look, you know, if it's an iPhone, it has to have 80% or more. If it's Android, it just has to have these other things. So there's no telling what your battery life will be on an Android phone, and it doesn't even necessarily have to hit any type of mark. But there is a silver lining to that cloud, and that is all Amazon Renewed products have a 90-day warranty. 90-day returns, which is better than if you bought it new. If you bought it new, you get 30 days. You get 90 through Amazon Renewed. So as far as I'm concerned, there's like no risk in getting this. So I decided to go ahead and buy the Galaxy S10 Plus and see what I got. Now, this is the third phone I've bought. I bought the iPhone 7, the iPhone 8 Plus, and now the S10 Plus. You can see my other videos about iPhones. I'll leave them somewhere, linked somewhere. But just as importantly, this is the first Android phone, which again, doesn't have that guarantee on the battery. Having said that, this phone's only a year old, so the chances of the battery being bad are actually kind of slim. For reference, the iPhone 8 Plus that I got had 88% battery usage, and that phone came out in 2017, or 2018, 2017, 2018? It came out a while back. The iPhone 7, unfortunately, had like a 70% battery, so I had to send that back. But besides all that, I expect this to have maybe, 90-ish% at least, and it's been a year. And you gotta figure this phone was either returned or exchanged or whatever and went to this provider somehow, so they probably didn't even own it a year. I feel like the battery on this is gonna be just fine. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're gonna buy an Android phone through Amazon Renewed, you should probably get one that's only a year or two old. Although at the end of the day, you get 90 days. So if you don't like it and the battery's messed up, you just return it. So let's talk about one thing. I'll compare this to the 8 Plus. So this came in one of these kind of just ordinary boxes with a bunch of writing on it. But my 8 Plus came in a Verizon Renewed. My iPhone came from a Verizon seller account, which made sense, which was awesome because this phone was in awesome shape. This is coming from someone else, so we'll see how this compares. And as you can see, as I unbox this thing, it comes with some generic accessories, the power adapter. Actually, they look almost OEM if you look at these. But man, look at this phone. It looks perfect. Just like the other phones I've purchased from Amazon Renewed, they look immaculate. This thing looks crazy new. And I had no problems turning it on or anything, registering it, it all works fine. Fingerprint sensor works. It looks like it's completely brand new. And that's what I love about this program. You're getting what looks to be a darn near brand new phone for stupid cheap. Some of you may have bought this phone and some of you may not have. So real quick, we'll just run through some of the specs. Snapdragon 855, so this thing is gonna be fast as heck. The availability of DeX on this thing makes this a game changer. Also, wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, a nighttime mode, and some of the cool features you saw in the Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, some of those photo features are actually coming to the S10 and S10 Plus. And I mean, an update's coming out here real soon. So you'll be able to do some of the cool things that those phones can do as well. So you're not really missing out on very much at all. Two other things, the in-screen fingerprint sensor, absolutely fantastic. It does work. It's not super fast, but it's decent enough and it is secure. But the one thing some of you are going to remember is that this is the last phone with a headphone jack. Now, just kind of running through different apps and stuff, this thing is lightning fast, as I knew it would be. Pictures on this thing are great. Listen, this camera module is pretty much the same module that is in the Note 10 and Note 10 Plus, so you should expect really good pictures. This is the flagship. A lot of people will forget that because it's a year old, and a lot of times a phone that's a year old is completely forgotten about. But for 500 bucks, I'm knocking pictures out the park with this thing. Front-facing camera's not awesome, excellent, but it's not bad either. This thing can do it all. And with DeX, like I've talked about a million times before, this thing becomes basically your take-home desktop if you want it to. All you need is USB-C to either your computer, or if you want to work without your computer, HDMI. And to me, game-changing. And a thing that I've missed for a very long time, Samsung Pay, the best mobile payment of any kind, period, end of story. Let's be honest. So for $500, if you think about it, there's not a lot of phones in this price range that are gonna be able to give you as much as this phone can. I'm trying to think. There might be some old Pixels and stuff you can get. Maybe some other older phones from I don't know, maybe the ROG2 or something. I know you can get some phones that you wouldn't want for about $500. I can tell you that for sure. But the S10 Plus for under $500, this one's gonna be hard to beat. I'm gonna be doing a full review on this phone in just about a week or so. Make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know what you want me to test. Obviously, I'm gonna be checking the battery life out. I'm gonna be checking out the durability, making sure that this phone, despite it being used, is just really like if I got it new. Now, for some, you might be thinking, of course, this is only a year old. Why are you doing this? Once again, it comes down to value. This is a great value. In the sea of all the expensive phones, this thing is killing it. On a side note, I'm actually going to be using a couple of products from Anker, thanks to Anker for sending me some of these things, as a part of my day-to-day. So I love to wirelessly charge my phones, and I'm going to do that with this Anker wireless charger. Super light, really inexpensive. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm just going to use this to charge my phone. I don't want to use the USB-C for that. I like to be able to wirelessly charge because it's a little bit easier on your battery. So I'll be using this at night for that because I expect to be able to get through the entire day with one battery use. Now for music, I'm going to be using the Soundcore Life 2s. These things are amazing. Not only are they great, they are stupid inexpensive. If you want to flex on people, make it look like you got some AirPods, these are going to do it. And they're going to do it without breaking the bank. Right around 60 bucks. These things sound great, have great battery life, and let me tell you something, they ain't gonna break the bank. So make sure you check out those products in the description below. I'm not being sponsored by them, they just wanted me to use them, and I think it's a great combination with this, because if you're trying to save money by buying this and you want some good accessories, these are two good accessories I can give you my thumbs up for that's gonna save you money. So all in all, this package is gonna be well under $600 for charging, earphones, this shipped to me, 90-day warranty. I'm excited to use this, but what do you want to see from me? Tell me about it in the comments below, and we'll figure that part out. In the meantime, it's kind of exciting to be back on Samsung. I know some of you thought I was never going to come back, and other of you were thinking that I'm going to come back sooner than later. Well, here I am. So yeah, I'm back on Samsung. I know, I told you I'd be back. I don't know what everyone seems to think that I'm only going to be on one or the other. I'm on the Samsung S10 Plus. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Y'all crazy. See you in the next video. Peace and love. Check out one of these videos.